Hello everyone, it is a tiny baby fishy here, and we are looking at today's lingual. Um, I've realized where it was that I learnt lingual should be pronounced lingual, and it is looking at the page as it was loading. Before these words load in, it shows a placeholder which is lingual as the mystery word, the IPA pronunciation given as lingual, and then I believe the translation is written as word game, but I can't remember now. I started recording and promptly forgot. But let's have a look at this word here. Now, this word has a few things that scream oceanic to me. It's got long vowels, it has got glottal stops, and it's got a syllable structure that goes consonant vowel, consonant vowel, consonant vowel, all of which are pretty typical of oceanic languages. Now, given that it's got long vowels, we can sort of narrow things down a little more. A famous example of a Polynesian language or an oceanic language that has got long vowels in it is Maori. But from memory, Maori doesn't use an apostrophe to mark the glottal stop. Now, another language that does, in fact, use both a marker for long vowels and an apostrophe to mark glottal stops when it's written formally and following like all of the spelling rules, which most people don't do day to day, is Tongan. Another thing that is pointing me towards Tongan is that typically the second syllable in a word like this would have primary stress on it in Tongan, anu, anu. Now, the stress markers, which are a little hard to see, but you've got a little tick down the bottom here at the beginning, first syllable, little tiny tick mark there, that's secondary stress. And then in this syllable, it kind of blends into the top of the glottal stop right there, but you do in fact have a primary stress marker. And you may be familiar with some of the conventions of IPA, but secondary stress might not be something you're familiar with. It doesn't show up too often in English. It tends to be in very long words, and even then you don't always mark it. But in a longer word like, say, university, the first syllable has still got some stress on it, right? That doesn't become y. You don't say university. But clearly the primary stress is on verse, right? That's the stress syllable there, university. So secondary stress there can be used to mark that first syllable, just to say it's stressed. It's not the main stress, but it's not completely unstressed. It's not completely reduced. Much like myself, it is not completely unstressed. So, looking at this, my first guess is going to be Tongan. I don't know if we'll one-shot this, hole-in-one this one, but we'll get close. Okay, so it's something spoken a little to the east of Tongan. And that gives us most of the Pacific to work with. Not Hawaiian, that's far too far north. So we're looking at something out in this direction. And what's to the east of Tonga now? What surrounds Tonga? Wallis and Futuna, New Caledonia, Samoa, Fiji. Fiji is further away. And then out this way, you get some really small, like what is that there? Is that Palau? Let's have a crack with Palauan. And I could be off the mark here. Okay, so we're in the wrong... Oh, it doesn't have a subfamily. Where is Palau? Oh my lord. Palau is much further west than I thought it was. Wow. All the way over here. Incredible. Alright. Let's come back to looking at this map here. Trying to sort of... Damn, so what is to the west of Tonga? Sorry, try again. What is to the east of Tonga? It shouldn't be Samoan. I really don't know. I'm drawing a blank. That's crazy. That is wild. My geography knowledge is failing me. Cut to me in about 10 minutes just staring at maps of the Pacific Islands. Like, show me something. Give me a landmark. Here we go. And like, the Cook Islands, okay. Zoom out a bit. Fiji is much closer. Vanuatu is closer. Elysian? I don't think so. Okay, we're still close. As I thought, Wallis and Futuna is to the... There we go, two little islands there, so it's roughly to the north of Tonga. Yo, that really sucks that I can't remember. What's out there, like Tuvalu? No, that's much closer as well. Yeah, Beavis? That's going to be much closer in as well. What really sucks is that I really love the Austronesian languages. That's like my favorite language family. And I'm the sort of person who has a favorite language family. That is intensely frustrating that I do not know the answer. It's not Tahitian. Vanuatu's closer than that as well, isn't it? It's not going to be Fijian. What am I speaking? Parmese? I mean, this will be wrong, but... Oh my god, Easter Island, it's Rapa Nui. That's very embarrassing. The one thing I will say in my defense is that there are a lot of oceanic languages, right? So you can't be expected to memorize them all. It's not like it's my favorite language family or anything. This is my most frustrating failure yet, but I'm glad that you could join me, and I hope that you will join me again tomorrow for more Langle and Lingual, and I'll see you then. Bye.